Hey everyone, this is Alex or PolymomoTea, and today I have a video showing how to make all these little Pikmin. And yes, it is a lot of Pikmin. We have 9 different varieties to go to, so it is a little bit of a long video, but please stick with me to the end because you'll like the final result. So we're going to start with the red Pikmin. We're going to take some red clay and flatten it out into a chunky oval shape. And then for the body, we're going to take some clay and roll it into kind of like a snake and cut off the little end. And we're going to place that end onto our head and blend the little pieces together. For the arms and legs, we're going to take some small pieces of clay and roll it into a snake and cut off the ends at a slant. So we're going to place them onto the sides of our body and then on the bottom as well for the legs. And here's the body. Next we're going to take some red clay and roll it into a cone shape, and this will be the little stalk on its head. And then we're going to do a little bit of a chunkier cone, and this will be for the nose, which goes right in the middle of the face. Then for the eyes, we're going to take some white clay and flatten it out into pancakes and place 2 little black circles in the middle of the eyes, and then 2 pink circles for blush. So we'll put the eyes on the side of its nose. Next we'll add the blush diagonal to the eyes. Then for the little leaf, we're going to take some green clay and pinch it into a diamond shape. Using our blade, we're going to make the markings of the leaf. And we're going to place that leaf on top of our little stem. And once baked, here is the final product. And it's so cute. I love the chunky nose. It's my favorite. So next we're going to make the blue Pikmin, and the body is the exact same as the red Pikmin. So we'll be adding the arms and legs along with the little stem on its head. So instead of a leaf, we're going to make a little flower bulb. So we're going to take little pieces of green clay and pinch it out into tiny little leaves. And we're going to put them along a circle on this white ball. And I'm just going to poke a little hole in the middle so we can place our little stem inside. Next we add the eyes. And then for the mouth, it's a little pink triangle mouth. And then we'll add the little cheeks as well. And the blue Pikmin is all completed. And each Pikmin has like a different stage of flowering, so I wanted to show that in the video as well. So next we'll do the yellow Pikmin. This is the one that kind of looks like Dobby to me. So we're gonna make the same template, arms and legs. And then for the ears, we're gonna take some yellow clay and pinch it into kind of like a eye shape. And we're gonna make a little triangular indent. And we're gonna cut off the end and place it on the sides. So it's kind of like Dobby mixed in with like a yellow Yoda. We're going to add a little stem on top. And then for the flower, we're going to take flattened teardrop shapes, and we're going to take some white clay and make little petals. We want to put 5 all together. And then a little yellow circle in the middle. And we want to place that on top of our little stem. And we'll add our little eyes and the blush. And the original trio is now complete. So next we're going to do the purple Pikmin, and this one's a little bit unique in design. So we're going to do the basic body. The purple Pikmin is a little bit bigger than the rest, but I just kept them the same size. So we'll add our little arms and legs. And we're gonna add the little stem in the middle. And on both sides of the stem, we're gonna poke 3 holes each, so a total of 6 holes. And we're gonna take some purple clay and roll it out into a teardrop shape. And we're gonna poke them into the holes. So this is the little head design, the little feeler thingies that it has. And then for the flower, we're gonna do a pink flower. Well, it's kind of like a pink reddish flower. And we're gonna add a little yellow circle in the middle. On the backside, I poked a little hole for the stem. Place that on top. And next we'll add the little eyes. And the blush as well. Perfect, and we have our purple Pikmin. And this is like the perfect flower. I love how the flower turned out. Next we're going to make the white Pikmin, and the white Pikmin are very similar to the regular Pikmin, except it has its unique red eyes. So we're going to make the basic body first. With the little stem on top. And we're going to give it 2 red eyes. And then the blush. And just a leaf on top for this one. And these are supposed to be a little bit smaller than the rest of the Pikmin, but again, I made it the same size. So next we're going to make the winged Pikmin, and this one's a little bit different. So we're going to make the basic body shape, but we're going to cut out a strip of dark pink clay and cut the body into small segments and embed it in between to make a little stripe. And we're going to add the arms and legs. And the little stem stalk on top. And we're going to add 2 blue eyes, but they're going to be close together this time. And we're going to add blush on the side. So for the little flower bulb, we're going to do the same thing with the 5 leaves on a purple ball this time. Poke our little hole and place it on top of our little stem. But this is a winged Pikmin, so it needs some wings. So we're going to take some translucent clay and pinch it into a flattened teardrop shape. And with our blade, we're just going to make 3 lines coming from the center. And we're going to add it to the back of our little Pikmin. And here is the final product of the wings Pikmin. And the wings came out so translucent, I love it. So the next one is a glow Pikmin, which is the newest Pikmin. So I mixed some translucent green clay. And we're going to make the head the same, but the body, we're going to take a little ball of clay and pinch out a little tail, because it's kind of like a ghost shape. And we're going to pinch it to the side, so it kind of looks like Casper the Ghost. And we're going to cut off the end and blend that to our head. And this time we only gave it arms, but no legs, because it's a little ghost. So we're going to add our little stem on top. And for the eyes, we're going to give it 2 blue circles, but one is bigger than the other. So one big one, one small one. And in the big one, we're going to add a light blue circle. And then add our little blush. So the glow Pikmin has kind of a yellow flower. The petals are a little bit pointier and longer. So we're going to add 5 of those in a circle. And a little yellow circle in the middle. And on the back, we'll poke our little hole and place that onto our little stem. And the glow Pikmin is complete. Extra points if you use glow-in-the-dark clay for this project though. Next we're going to do the rock Pikmin. So I took some pearly black clay and I cut out a hexagon shape. And then basically on the top of the hexagon, we're going to cut it at a slant. And then on the bottom, same thing. And then cut off the little end on one side so it's flat. So this one is a lot of trial and error. It took a long time to make the shape. And then we're gonna give it some silver arms and legs and a silver stem on top. We'll add the little eyes onto the top part of our rock Pikmin. Some blush to the side. And then for the flower, we're gonna do a purple flower, make our little indent, and place it on top of our little stem. And here's our little derpy rock Pikmin. Okay, for my favorite and least favorite one, we're gonna make the ice Pikmin. So we're gonna make a template. So I took some clay and I started carving out little sides to make it like the most crystally shape ever. And a lot of trial and error. Just wanna make it circular and crystally. And we're gonna add a little stalk on top. And then for the body, we're gonna do the same thing, but it's gonna be a smaller oval slash egg shaped, but also same crystally design, so a lot of carving. A lot of carving until I like the shape. Then we're gonna add 2 little legs on the bottom and 2 little arms on the side. And then we're gonna bake those. So here are some pre-baked templates that I made that I like to shape a little bit more. And we're gonna make little silicone molds out of those. Then I'm adding some UV resin along with some blue pigment, but very little because I want a light blue color. So I'm adding a little bit of pigment at a time. And we're gonna pour that mixture into our mold. Make sure it goes all the way into the little pieces so there are no bubbles. And once cured under the UV lamp, we're gonna pop them out. I don't know why it's so satisfying to see UV resin pieces out of the mold. So next I'm going to put some UV resin onto the bottom of the head and fuse it to the body. And then we're going to add some super glue. We're going to add some pre-baked eyes, some blush, and a leaf on top. And I could have left it in this kind of like matte design, but I wanted to make it a little bit shiny. So I took some UV resin and I gave it a little glaze. So now it really looks like a piece of ice. So our ice Pikmin is complete. And this is definitely my favorite one, also the most tedious one. But here we have our final 9 Pikmin. I know there are more Pikmin out there, but I stopped at 9 for this video. I hope you all enjoyed and thank you all for watching.